Your closet is full of expensive clothes that are doing absolutely nothing for you. Fall 2025 is about to change that. They're not some runway fantasies. They're strategic, wearable updates that will instantly elevate what you already own and work in your real life. Hi, I'm Anna Rova, and I'm a certified personal stylist who works with successful women who feel completely lost when it comes to their wardrobe. And after working with hundreds of high-achieving women, here's what I've discovered. Your visual presence is either working for your success or quietly working against it. Today, I'm breaking down Fall 2025 most impactful trends across 6 different categories. This isn't about following every single trend. It's about choosing the ones that align with your personality, enhances your body shape, and work seamlessly with what's already hanging in your closet. We're talking about sophisticated style choices that help you look as confident and accomplished on the outside as you are on the inside. By the end of this video, you're going to have a complete framework for which trends work with your lifestyle. Plus, I'm sharing my curated Fall 2025 shopping guides with exact links for those strategic pieces that might still be missing from your wardrobe. Let's begin. Okay, so before we start talking about trends, I really wanted to share my philosophy around trends and how do we consciously buy? Because what I see, and maybe you clicked on this video because you want to see what are the trends and you are into trends, and that's amazing. But I see that a lot of women follow trends mindlessly, or they actually do not understand what is the point of trends, and they feel really confused and even scared of trends. So what are trends? Trends are things that we follow or we see that designers put out there season after season, year after year. And by the way, trends tend to repeat every few years or every decade. So this is a combination of things that we see across runways. And this is something that designers, being creative people, they put out there depending what's happening in the world, in the culture, in politics, and their vision. And so when we talk about say seasonal trends, we talk really about what are the patterns that we see across designers, and obviously this includes their own subjective creativity, but it also includes where the world is going. So if you are into trends, that's amazing, but make sure that before you buy anything that is trendy, that you have a foundational staple wardrobe that can work with these trends. So I'm all about having a holistic wardrobe that works for you, that you do not buy pieces that are trendy because they're trendy and then they sit in your wardrobe for this fall 2025 and then you can't wear them again. That's not what we're doing. So what I invite you to do is to, as I walk you through all these different trends, number one, think about what's already in your closet. That's the thing. As I said, trends tend to repeat themselves. So your first thought should be, do I already have that piece that is trendy today in my wardrobe, and how can I wear it? And the other thing is that whatever you buy or whatever you put on, you got to make sure that it works for your lifestyle and with your wardrobe. So first of all, you got to think about these 4 strategic things which serve as the foundation of your wardrobe. Number one is that color. So for example, I'll be sharing with you some colors that are trendy this fall, but think about, is this your color? Is this the right color for you? Just because this color is trendy, it doesn't mean you have to wear it, or it doesn't mean you have to buy it if this is not a color that enhances your skin tone. And if you're curious about how to determine your skin tone, you can click on this video where I walk you through in one of the steps of how to find your style. I walk you through how to find your best colors. Again, the foundations of a great wardrobe are making sure you wear the right color for you, or the right color for however makes you feel good. Next is enhances your body shape. I'm going to be mentioning, especially when we talk about silhouettes, I'm going to be mentioning some tips for you. Like, for example, I'll be talking about padded or oversized shoulders, whether that's actually going to work for you or not. So as I'm talking about trends, think about your body shape and your body type. And again, I have another video for you that I created on how to determine your body shape and how to dress your body shape well. So as you listen to these trends, don't just mindlessly listen to them and it's like, oh, I got to buy this and this and this, especially if you're going to join my community and get that Fall 2025 shopping guide. You got to think strategically about how is this going to work for my body shape and my wardrobe. Next is style. So if whatever I'm mentioning to you and the trend that I'm mentioning is according to your style or is something that you really like and fits within your wardrobe, then by all means buy it. Or if it's already in your closet, keep it, right? But if it doesn't, for example, if your wardrobe is basic casual mostly, and like the trend might be 70s, for example, but there's nothing in your wardrobe that will fit with that piece that is trendy right now, please do not buy it. Or buy it, but make sure that it works with your wardrobe. And the last thing is, of course, your style outcome, because when our wardrobe serves us, then you have a wardrobe that really works for you. That means that the cost per wear for every item that you buy is getting lower and lower and lower because you actually wear what you're buying. The statistic is that we only wear 20% of our wardrobe 80% of the time. Why? Because most women don't have a system and don't know how to create a cohesive wardrobe. So make sure that whatever your goal is with your wardrobe, whether you want to create a certain impression, whether you want to say you're in a stage of your life where you're trying to attract a partner, that whatever you're buying and whatever you have in your closet suits your style goals. All right, let's dive in. So the trends I'm going to be talking to you about today fit into 6 different categories. The first category is color. Then we're going to talk about silhouettes and shapes, fabrics and textures, accessories that matter, prints and patterns, and then the big picture. Let's start with color. So in the color category, we have 3 different big trends. The first one is the color chocolate brown. The second one is jewel tones and red accents. So let's talk about chocolate brown. This is an amazing color to wear this season, and I'm talking about all kind of tones around chocolate brown. These are the colors of chocolate, espresso, and even milky latte tones. So think about chocolate brown as like the new black. Black is really harsh, but chocolate brown really gives you that elevated look that is perfect for successful women. You can wear it in like a monochrome look, so to say, or a total brown. So monochrome, you can pair different pieces in your wardrobe that go from light brown to dark brown, or you can wear a total one shade of brown, or you can just mix and match it with your navies, beige, nude colors, so everything that's foundational. And again, it's an amazing color if you really want to elevate your look. So next one is jewel tones. Think emerald green, sapphire blue, deep purple, and ruby red. These are amazing tones that are showing up in silk blouses, in dresses, and even in outerwear. These are incredible colors that add confidence to your entire appearance, and they look incredibly well on camera, whether you're on a Zoom call or a night out. So the next one is red accents. It's not burgundy this season, it's that pillar box red, and it is best worn as an accent. So maybe it's a red handbag, a red coat, or even a sharp pair of pumps. Red brings that energy and authority to your outfit, and it works amazing as an accent against your neutral outfit. So again, these are the 3 main color trends, and so think about, do these colors really suit your skin tone if you prefer to work with your skin tone and gradient in your life? Or are you just in love with that trend and that color and you break all the rules and just simply wear it because it's amazing? Also look at what's already in your wardrobe. Do you have anything chocolate brown or espresso or anything like that? Do you have already those jewel tones, and how can you bring them out more? And of course, the red accents. So now let's talk about silhouettes and shapes. There are 4 main trends around in this category of silhouettes and shapes, and they are structured shoulders, defined waists with belts, midi or knee-length skirts, and maxi coats and cape coats. Now let's talk about structured shoulders. What I'm wearing today actually is quite trendy for the fall, and it's all about adding that definition to your shoulders and those vertical lines. You'll see on many of the runways that shoulders are back. So for example, if you have in your wardrobe shoulder pads, you can buy shoulder pads and easily insert them in any of the tops or blazers or blouses that you're wearing. But something I want to tell you about shoulder pads, because we're talking about silhouettes here, is you've got to be careful with your body shape. So for example, this trend is not going to work with someone who's already top heavy. So for example, you have an inverted triangle shape, which means that your shoulders are wider than your hips. And so if you wear big voluminous shoulders, this means that it's going to put even more accent to your shoulders, and it's going to create an even more inverted pyramid shape. So if you have that shape, I would advise being careful with that trend and not wearing it. However, again, if you want to break the rules, break all the rules and just wear your shoulder pads or big shoulders. The next trend here is to define your waist with a belt. This is a technique that is popular every season, but in this season, it's particularly interesting because it becomes a focal point. So think of belts that are of different widths, so from thin to thick belts, also different colors with different styles. You can pair it with over a blazer, over a coat, over a dress. So wherever you can wear a belt, just add it. And again, making sure that technique of defining your waist, because obviously a belt around your waist defines your waist and adds that hourglass shape, make sure that it actually suits your body shape. For example, if you're an apple shape, defining your waist is not the best technique for you. Make sure you're just aware of what your body shape is and how do you wear it and whether that trend enhances your style or the opposite. Let's talk about knee-length skirts. So this trend is actually amazing and looks flattering on all body shapes because it really accentuates the slimmest part of your leg and it looks beautiful. So as you might know, last season, the maxi skirt was in trend, and now we're all about knee-length skirts. And so wear it with anything that you like. As I said, it flatters any shape. You can wear it with heels, with boots, with flats. It really gives you that soft feminine look. So make sure you check your wardrobe first before you go buying new pieces. And the last one here is maxi coats and cape coats. Outwear is getting dramatic. A maxi coat is actually a really good investment piece because it's going to serve you for many, many years. And it's a timeless classic piece that you can buy in many different colors or in different textures or even in different prints. It's going to serve you in fall and winter and many seasons ahead. So make sure that obviously you check your wardrobe first. And if you do not have a piece like that, my fall 2025 shopping guide with direct links of where to buy what you want is going to be in the description below, and it is a part of my styling community. So as you join my styling community, you're going to have access to that. The next category is fabrics and textures. I love this category because really playing with textures is something that you can use as a style trick in your wardrobe to really add dimension, sophistication to your outfit. So as I'm walking you through these textures, think of what's already obviously in your wardrobe, but how can you mix textures? Because this is really the trick of creating that multi-dimensional wardrobe. So this season we have 4 different textures that are very popular and trendy. The first one is suede and leather. Next one is velvet, lace, and those chunky knits. Suede and leather is obviously a texture that is popular in every season, and you can go either by adding it as an accent, so a suede or leather bag or shoes, which is probably the most practical way to add this to your look, or you can go full on and invest in pieces like a faux leather skirt or even outerwear or blazer. It's such a dramatic texture that can really elevate and polish and make a statement with every look that you wear, so make sure you use that. So let's talk about velvet. Velvet normally is a texture that's associated with a retro style or classic kind of night out or black tie events. But velvet this season is actually entering our everyday wear. And I love that because that texture is so rich and adds that instant polish. So you can invest in a velvet blazer or bring out your retro looks if you have any pieces. You can wear a velvet top under whatever you're wearing. You can also pair velvet trousers with some boots. So really play with this texture and have fun, because velvet is one of these textures that actually look more expensive than it is. The next texture I'm going to talk about is lace. You're going to start to see lace everywhere in the stores today. And again, this texture is just so feminine and soft. So, you go full on textured lace top, or you invest in tops that have lace, let's say across their sleeves, or they have a really nice detail on your top or on your dress. This is a really feminine fabric that you can bring in your outfit that adds that softness and playfulness in a feminine way. And the last one is those chunky knits, oversized knits with dramatic stitches that really add that dimension. Make sure that you wear such knits with something slim at the bottom. It's that principle of structure and flow where something is really big and flowy on the top or on the bottom. So if you wear a chunky sweater, a neat chunky sweater at the top, just make sure you pair it with straight leg jeans or just slimmer pants or skirts at the bottom to balance that look. Now let's talk about accessories. There's 5 different trends when we talk about accessories for this season, and they are slouchy bags, archival or vintage bags, statement belts, tinted sunglasses, and sensible stylish shoes. So when it comes to bags, you'll really see everywhere now and on the runway and in the stores, those slouchy bags that are not very structured, but you literally can wear it underneath your armpit. It's a certain look that you go for. Now, be careful about slouchy bags because this is a bag that is not timeless. Because most timeless pieces in your wardrobe, especially when it comes to accessory and bags, have those vertical clean lines. So if you invest in a slouchy bag, just be mindful that it's a shorter trend. So you might not be able to wear it next season. And the archival and vintage bags is also a trend. So if you have a piece like that you got a few years ago, make sure to bring it back because you're going to be seeing it everywhere. And again, fashion comes back. So this is the time where those vintage pieces really are coming back. The next one is, of course, a belt. We already talked about a belt that accentuates your waist in our silhouette trend. So belts are everywhere and they're really interesting as well, but you can also use your classic belt too. Next one is tinted sunglasses. So it's that 70s style where their sunglasses are making a statement and they have those colored lenses like blue, red, or purple. If you have one of these in your wardrobe, then make sure you take it out and play with it. It adds that sophisticated fashion insider look. And the last one is sensible but stylish shoes. So high heels are out, thank God. And now it's all about those brogues, loafers, or chunky flats. It all depends on how you style it, so it looks elevated and new and never boring. So make sure to style with like a dress or a midi skirt or any feminine pieces that will create this smart feminine balance. Now let's talk about prints and patterns. This season, what's popular is animal prints and then checkered, gingham, or play. A leopard print, by the way, is something that is classic and timeless. You can wear it anytime, anywhere. But this season, what we're seeing on the runways is that snake, cow, and zebra print. The trick here with this print is to wear it like an accent. So whether it's just your shoes or a bag or, a blouse under a coat, that's how you wear it. And again, this is a trend that will go out of style. So make sure you either bring something out from your wardrobe or you invest smart, knowing that this is not going to stay in season for long. And the next trend is checks gingham, or which is a really cool print to wear, and it's been kind of reinvented this season. And how you wear it is in a really fun way. You can mix them together, like two mixed together, play with other different colors or different sizes. So like a smaller in one color and maybe a bigger in another color. But it's a really cool way to play with that texture and have some fun with it. So the last category is the big picture. This fall 2025 is all about luxury, confidence, and wearability. These are trends that you probably already have in your wardrobe, so it's all about making sure that you bring them out. Maybe it's a chocolate coat, tinted sunglasses, and a belt that you can really bring out and make an accent out of them and bring them into your own outfits. This is about wearable trends and wearable pieces that you can wear to your dinner party, to a coffee, or even to a work meeting. It's all about highlighting your success and who you are through these trends. Choose 2 or 3 trends that really work with your colors, with your body shape, with your lifestyle, and with your wardrobe. And that's going to be a recipe for success. So there you have it, the fall 2025 fashion trends that will define this season. And if you would like access to my curated fall 2025 shopping guides with direct links to those pieces that you still might be missing, you can get that by joining my style membership community. Link is in the description how to join. And what you'll get in the style community are 3 important things. Number 1 is my style foundational course that is going to teach you how to find your style, how to find your best colors, how to identify your body shape, and how to create that cohesive wardrobe that works for you. We also meet twice a month on live coaching calls with me where I ask any of the direct questions that you have about your style, about your wardrobe, about your body shape. We even do wardrobe edits live. And of course, you get access to an incredible community of successful women just like you, where we all help each other on this journey to create an amazing wardrobe that works for us. Again, links are in the description. There you'll also find a link on how to work with me one-on-one. If you are looking for a stylist, I have limited spots available for one-on-one work. And so I'd be happy to speak with you if you feel like this is your next step forward. Thanks so much for watching this video. And before you go, please again, like this video and hit that subscribe button because this really motivates me to show up every week creating these videos for you.